What was the Strategic Hamlet program's impact on Vietnam civilians? Have you ever wondered how a government program designed for protection could lead to suffering instead? The Strategic Hamlet program in Vietnam is a perfect example of this paradox. This initiative aimed to isolate rural villagers from the Viet Cong by relocating them into fortified villages known as strategic hamlets. The intention was to protect civilians and win their support for the South Vietnamese government. However, the reality turned out to be quite different. The program forcibly moved millions of rural residents into these new hamlets, disrupting their traditional way of life. This rapid relocation overwhelmed the South Vietnamese government, which struggled to provide adequate support and security. Many of these hamlets were poorly defended, making civilians vulnerable to attacks from the Viet Cong. This lack of security created fear and resentment among the villagers, who often felt abandoned by the very forces meant to protect them. Economic hardship was another significant consequence of the program. Villagers lost access to their original lands and livelihoods, which were crucial for their survival. The new hamlets often lacked basic resources, infrastructure, and services, leading to a decline in living conditions. Corruption and mismanagement within the South Vietnamese government further eroded trust among the people. This situation made it harder for the government to gain the support it desperately needed. The Viet Cong took advantage of this turmoil by targeting residents of the hamlets who cooperated with the government. They used violence and intimidation, which only increased civilian suffering. Many villagers found themselves caught in the crossfire between government forces and insurgents, leading to widespread fear and social disruption. In essence, the Strategic Hamlet program caused immense hardship for civilians. By forcibly uprooting rural populations and failing to provide adequate security, it contributed to economic and social instability. Instead of gaining popular support, the program alienated many civilians during the Vietnam War. This example highlights how counterinsurgency efforts that overlook local conditions can worsen conflict and suffering for innocent people.